Good, good. What's going on?
Good, mate. Congratulations on the film, first of all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Good to be talking to you, both of you guys. Alex, a special hello to you.
Yeah, a special hello back. You're making me miss home.
Really? Okay. Well, just want to, again, congratulations on the film, but just want to know, how did you first come to be involved in this film?
I mean, probably similar stories there. I was sent the script by my agent just as a read for interest before I even had an appointment for it. And I think I read like 20 pages and instantly rang her up and said, please, please get me in for this. And then I hung up and then read the rest of the script. And then I think called back and reiterated that to her. And then we had for me, I had many hours of auditioning. I went in probably like 7 or 8 times, and it probably added up to almost 10 hours of being in the room. So it was sort of a long process, but also incredibly fun. Probably one of my favorite audition processes, because Dane was cast as Andrew before either of us were cast, and so we were doing we were doing mix and matches by the end of it with Dane in the room, and he was so generous as an actor. You know, he was committing so hard. It was we were given every opportunity to succeed.
Okay. How about you, Michael?
Similar story. You know, actors, you know, the whole audition process is a little strenuous, but got the script, read it, felt like I was reading a comic book for the first time again. I kind of got that same excited feeling. Called up my reps, let them know how much I was interested in it. Audition, and I guess it was meant to be, because we're here, and I got it, we got it, and we shot the movie.
Absolutely. If you could put your finger on one thing that was sort of the most appealing aspect of the film, what would that be?
I mean, playing a character that had supernatural powers, I think, was the hook, line, and sinker for me. You know, being a comic book geek growing up, watching, you know, cartoons and reading graphic novels and comic books and stuff like that, you just, as an actor, you always want to play that role. I do anyway, so I think it was like a dream come true for me.
Was it obvious in the script that it was going to be told through these circumstantial cameras, so a camera always being used?
Yeah. It was always very clear in the script that, you know, this would be shot as a found footage style film, but also uniquely, it made clear in the script the moments where Andrew, for instance, first, you know, levitates the camera and uses it to film himself, and there's a really interesting vanity in that. You know, that's an interesting turning point for him psychologically, and it completely revolutionizes the found footage genre, because it makes the camera its own being, you know. But it was always clear, you know, from the get-go. It always said, from a cop car dashboard, from the helicopter, from the corner store security camera. You know, it was designed that way.
Did that present a bit of a challenge then on the set? Was it a slightly different way of making a film? So how was that a challenge? You had your superpowers on top of it being filmed in this way. You must have had your work cut out for you on the set then.
We did. I think I could speak for both of us in saying that it's a huge challenge. First and foremost, without all of the powers and whatever, just to be shooting something where you can have a scene that's 2 or 3 minutes long and there are no cuts to hide behind. So in a way, it's kind of like theater in terms of the consistency you have to have in your performance. That's difficult enough in itself, and then combining that challenge with the challenge of working with wires and wire rigs and all the different things, all the stunts that we were doing. I think incorporating all those things into just like one scene with so many different elements was a huge challenge. There's a scene where I confront Andrew, and it's one of the most intense scenes dramatically in the script. And then at the end of the scene, I turn around and fly out the window, and that wasn't done CG. Like, the whole scene was done with like 4 things attached to me, and it's quite restricting, you know. So you definitely have to focus, you know.
Absolutely. If you could start with you, Michael. Favorite scene, favorite part of the film?
Favorite scene, favorite part of the film. Probably moving the car for me personally as a character. Like that was the first time he really flexed the muscle. I think everybody was kind of we were playing around in the store and backyard with the baseball and stuff like that. I think this was the first time he just went out and just did some reckless stuff. And he just I'm just gonna move a car and it was fun and it was just I don't know, it was that testosterone that male bonding, it just kind of saw it all come together. So for me, that was kind of like,
what about you, Alex?
Best scenes.
What was my favorite scene to shoot, or what was my favorite scene to watch? My favorite scene to shoot probably was, I think the scene at the end where Andrew and Matt are flying outside the Space Needle and they're having like a final confrontation before the big showdown. That was probably my favorite scene to shoot.
Spoiler alert, we don't want to give it away there.
Yeah. No, I was very careful with the way that I worded it. I think I can get away with that. And that was my favorite scene to shoot. And my favorite scene to watch is a scene about halfway through the film where, or maybe 2/3 of the way through, Andrew gets back at some bullies in his local street, and it is the most violent, like shocking, and it's the first time he kind of makes a poorer choice, that any of us make a really poor choice, and it's just shocking and raw and real. I thought it was just breathtaking cinema. That's my favorite scene to watch.
It was in the daytime.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we've got to talk about the Blu-ray release, of course. It's coming out on Blu-ray. Very exciting, and it's good. I understand there are some extended scenes on the Blu-ray.
Yes, we're probably terrible people to ask about that because neither of us have seen it, and we really want to see it. Yeah, we're basic. I mean, we have scenes that we want to be in it.
Yeah, but it's just awesome to kind of get a different version, a different take, the director's cut. Like sometimes scenes won't make the movie for political reasons, et cetera, for the flow, whatever version they're trying to make. So it's kind of cool to see the stuff that, we took so much time to shoot, actually, for everybody else to enjoy too. Yeah. So June 14th, everybody, make sure you get the DVD, the Blu-ray. Make sure you guys buy it.
Be great to see also, you were mentioning how the work you put in behind the scenes. It's good to see that there will be some special features to actually reflect that hard work on the set. That must be satisfying for you to see as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And
okay. So what's next for you guys? Something in after the success of this film.
Yeah. Do you want to take that one first?
Just upcoming projects, independent films here and there that I'm working on. The Chronicles opened up a lot of doors for all of us, I'm sure, and it'll be interesting to see where we all end up. Yeah. What's next for all of us.
What about Alex?
I'm going in a few weeks to shoot Carrie in Toronto, the remake of the 1970s classics. That's very exciting. I'm shooting Thanks, man. Thanks, brother. I'm shooting a TV show early next year back in Sydney, actually, which I created with my partner James Elliott. So it's like our little baby. We're very excited about it. It's a bit of a passion project of mine. So it's called Campus, and it'd be nice to be shooting back home. Get to come home for a bit as well. So exciting stuff.
Any talk of a Chronicle 2?
Yes, there should be a Chronicle 2. Max is writing it right now and being very evasive when we ask him what it's about. So.
Thank you, everyone returning, I'm assuming, the characters that made it to the end.
We shall see. We hope so.
Okay, I don't know how much time we have left, but
I think that's it.
Maybe have one last question.
I think we're finished up. Sorry, man.
Thank you, Stephen.
Sorry, mate. So nice to hear your voice.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephen. Take care, mate.